Goku has been hanging around in Los Angeles with Tony for the past few years. They've been going out on adventures together, and Tony has even improved his suit some more to match up with Goku's strength, so the two can have better brawling sessions, and Tony can figure out what he needs to improve about his suit. This is a challenge for Goku, as the more Tony increases the tech of the Iron Man armor, the more trouble he has in their training. His father was right about Stark tech being amazing, and he's glad that it's not in the wrong hands. One night, the two of them are met by a man named Nick Fury. Nick Fury explains to the two about a program that he's been wanting to launch, called the Avengers Initiative, a program where the enhanced individuals of the world can come together and protect the planet from any threat. This is odd to Tony, but Goku is thrilled to learn that there are other strong people in the world besides Tony. He asks Fury who else is on this team, but Fury won't tell him because that's classified information. Goku just wants to see because he wants to test out his strength, but Fury is very reluctant for Goku to join due to his actions with the 10 rings before. Though, since he's just a boy and none of it was really his fault, he caves and decides to introduce Goku to the other potential Avengers candidates. Fury brings Goku to Agent Natasha Romanoff and Agent Clint Barton, aka Black Widow and Hawkeye. Goku is initially unimpressed, as they don't really seem that strong. This irks the two, and they're allowed to bring in any weapon that they want for a fight against Goku, even their guns and arrows, since none of those are fatal for Goku. They have a battle, and Goku is easily able to defeat the two. Sure, they're very highly trained in combat, but no matter how many blows they land, it does nothing to Goku. Even with all of Hawkeye's arrows, Goku is unfazed. The most that they can do is electrocute him with Black Widow's gauntlets, but that doesn't damage him for too long. Goku asks Fury how these two are considered superpowered, since he's had better fights with simple 10-ring soldiers, and this really annoys Fury. The closest thing to a challenge he can think of for Goku is Bruce Banner, who is currently on the run as the Hulk, but he doesn't feel like unleashing the Hulk on Goku, as that might be taking it too far. Goku is returned to go and train with Tony, with him saying that the Avengers program is pretty lame. This interaction with Goku is enough for Natasha and Clint to begin training some more of their own. That way, they can try and one day catch up to Goku. Since Goku already knows who Widow is, she's not sent in to watch over Tony Stark, but she still shows up for the events of Iron Man 2. That way, she can train with Goku. Training with Goku is great for Black Widow, as she's able to push her body to its maximum limit and become an even greater warrior. Goku grows a strong respect for Natasha due to her drive to keep fighting, and the two become pretty good friends. One day, while Tony is having one of his Playboy moments and participating in the Monaco Grand Prix, he is attacked by Whiplash. Thankfully, Pepper is able to get him one of his armors, and he's able to fight back. While Whiplash's whips are able to injure the armor, Goku's presence allowed Tony to improve his armor significantly more than what it would be in canon. So, he's able to defeat Whiplash a lot faster than he would have originally, with Whiplash being sent to prison. Though, he is unknowingly broken out by some point to work with a rival of the Starks, Hammer Tech. This doesn't really involve Goku that much, with Wenwu pretty pissed that Whiplash couldn't even handle Iron Man, so definitely wouldn't have been able to beat Goku. He kinda gives up on trying to go after Goku, and decides to try and find a way to take him out himself, and not have these weaklings fail him. While Goku and Widow are training, she suddenly gets a phone call from Agent Coulson, who Goku recognizes as the guy who broke him out of Obadiah's prison. Coulson says that they have an emergency over in New Mexico, and need some help. So, Goku is needed over there. Goku doesn't know why he's needed, but Coulson says that it's a big enemy, so Goku's strength would be pretty helpful. Goku doesn't mind, since he doesn't have anything better to do, and he takes the Nimbus over to New Mexico. Goku senses a couple of abnormally high battle powers, and heads down to find that these powers are the Warriors 3. They feel different than any other power Goku has sensed before. They almost feel not human. They're battling some sort of robot thing, one that seems kinda similar to the Ironmonger, so he's not surprised that he got called in. Phil Coulson goes up to Goku and says that this thing has been messing with them down here, and they really need some extra firepower. Goku gives Coulson a thumbs up and says not to worry, he should be able to take care of this one. Goku takes out his power pole and rushes towards the destroyer. He slams it over the head, and nothing happens. The destroyer then nails Goku right in the chest, causing Goku to spit blood. He is then slammed into a nearby car and surprised on how much that actually hurt. This guy hits harder than even the Ironmonger did. Goku doesn't stay down and continues to rush in towards the destroyer, but he's not able to do anything to him. None of his normal attacks work, and he has to unleash his Kamehameha. He fires the beam at the destroyer, but the destroyer fires back with a beam of his own. They have a huge beam clash, but eventually, Goku's is overtaken, and he is hit dead on by the beam. Goku is sent flying back and lands at the feet of Phil Coulson, unconscious. Coulson looks up and can't believe it. Even Goku fell to this thing? So what do they do now? This is when that Donald Blake guy walks up and is then taken out by the thing as well. When all hope seems lost, a hammer flies right into Donald Blake's hands and unleashes a huge wave of thunder. Donald Blake stands up, revived as the mighty Thor. Thor easily defeats the destroyer and then walks over to Coulson, asking why they have a Saiyan on this planet. Coulson has no idea what he's talking about, and then looks to see that he's talking about Goku, a Saiyan. He has no idea what that is. Thor then says his goodbyes as he needs to return to Asgard. Thor and the Warriors 3 leave as Coulson brings Goku to the hospital. Goku eventually manages to recover, and Coulson explains what happened. Goku is pretty shocked by the news that some other strong guy showed up and took care of the destroyer in one shot. That's crazy, since none of his moves worked. He's also confused when Coulson asks him what a Saiyan is, since he has no idea what that is either. He hopes that he can see this Thor guy again sometime, as he wants to train with somebody that strong. For now though, he returns back to Los Angeles, just in time to see that something has happened at the Stark Expo. Apparently, Whiplash has returned in some kind of high-tech armor, and Tony needs his help. Goku arrives and is happy to see that Rhodey has gotten his own armor as well, but they don't have time for that, as Goku helps in the fight. Whiplash and Goku battle, with Goku surprised by something. His punches seem to be doing more damage than he intends them to. This Whiplash guy's armor is way more well put together than Obadiah's was, but for some reason, Goku can actually put dents in this one. Whiplash even whips Goku with his electric whips, which does hurt him, but Goku is able to overpower them pretty easily and rip them right out of his armor. He knows that he couldn't have been able to do something like that before. It's almost as if when he almost got killed by the destroyer, he came back stronger somehow. Unknowingly, Goku got a pretty big Zenkai boost from his fight with the destroyer, and he's able to tear apart Whiplash's suit very easily and tear him out of the suit as well, with him being totally helpless. Iron Man and War Machine are shocked by this, as they didn't even need to help Goku. He took Whiplash all on his own. Goku takes Vanko back to prison, and this time he stays there, so Whiplash gets to live in this scenario thanks to Goku. Things are back to normal again, and Goku continues to train with Tony and Natasha. Though, after the whole encounter with Thor, Coulson decides to tell Fury that Thor mentioned something about Goku. He called him a Saiyan, and he didn't know what that was. He knows that Fury has knowledge of aliens already, so asks if it rings a bell. To Coulson's surprise, Fury does actually recall the name. He doesn't know too much about them, but years ago when Captain Marvel was on Earth, she mentioned all sorts of alien races she knew. She mentioned that the Kree had a couple of run-ins with these Saiyans, though from what she knew, they were all wiped out in a meteor recently. He doesn't know if they have tails or not, but it wouldn't surprise him. So, now they know that Goku is some sort of alien, which does explain a lot about him. Out in space, Thor managed to defeat his brother Loki, with Loki faking his death and going to join with the Mad Titan, Thanos. Loki steps in to see Thanos and all of his children. He meets the Black Order, Gamora and Nebula, and 3 Saiyans, Raditz, Nappa, and Vegeta. Loki explains his plan to invade the Earth, with Raditz finding the name familiar. That's when he remembers that his brother was sent to Earth as a baby, so he must still be there now. Vegeta and Nappa doubt it, since if he was on Earth, then Loki wouldn't be asking to invade it, as the boy would have wiped it out already. Raditz is confused on why Kakarot wouldn't go through with his mission to kill all humans, but that's why he's going to go ask him himself. Raditz goes to Thanos and Loki, asking if he can join Loki on his invasion of Earth. He doesn't say that he thinks his brother might be there, as he's not sure if Thanos knows about Kakarot. Thanos doesn't care much for Raditz, so says he can join with Loki and the Chitauri, as they might need the extra muscle. Loki is given his scepter containing the Mind Stone, and with it, he is able to interact with the Space Stone on Earth. The Tesseract is activated, with Loki and Raditz being teleported to Earth. Fury, Coulson, and Hawkeye are all here to see their arrival, with them being surprised to see the Asgardian Loki, of course, but shocked as well to see Raditz, since he has a tail. Fury speaks up and asks him if he's a Saiyan, with Raditz surprised that these Earthlings even know what a Saiyan is. He asks where his brother is, and this shocks the three even more. Goku is this guy's brother? Great, so the brother of Thor and the brother of Goku are now invading Earth. That's great. Fury won't tell Raditz where Goku is, so the two attack. The three are of course nothing to these guys, and in the fight, Hawkeye is taken over by Loki when he uses the Mind Stone. Thankfully, Fury and Coulson are able to escape, with Fury saying that it's finally time to get the Avengers together. Loki and Raditz leave the compound, with Loki going off to set up the Tesseract to bring to Chitauri, as Raditz decides to go after his brother. He's going to recruit Kakarot into their cause, and with his help, they'll be able to take over this pitiful planet for the Mad Titan, Thanos. And with that, we leave this episode right here. I really hope you guys enjoyed the events of Iron Man 2 and Thor in this scenario, and next time we're going to be heading into the big one with the Avengers. And if you guys liked it, please make sure to like the video and subscribe, as it'll let me know that you guys want to see more parts just like this one. Now, before I go, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons. In the official patron tier, we have Nathan, BBB, Bossmaker, Semroth, Happy Chappy, Silverstrike, and Courtney Hawkins. In the Moving Up in the World tier, we have Patrick Sandlin, John Lister, Boris, Sen Shenron 92, Oak Woodtree, Monal, Blake Foyer, Matthew Garcia, True Lightning Striker, Faisal Al-Sharif, Laura Ardy, Adrian Williams, Ethan Yeatstar, Kelstar159, The Shadows, and Damar DeBell. In the VIP patron tier, we have Levin726. And finally, in the God tier, we have Tails Homie 99. Thank you, especially Tails Homie 99. You are an absolute god. And thank all of you so much for watching. And until we meet again. See you later.